Hey everyone, it's Corey. So I just wanted to go over my experience about my tattoo. I actually have two, but I'm just gonna go over one of them because one of them I got like a very, very long time ago in kind of weird circumstances. And now I'm 18 and I just got my first one, so to speak. And I will just insert a picture and like a little video of the tattoo right now. Okie dokie, here is the tattoo. Okay, so you guys can see that it falls like right kind of in the center of my back, and it actually is a, it's not a painting, but it's like a pen and ink sketch by Leonardo da Vinci, and I'm just gonna read some stuff off of the Wikipedia for you right now. It was done around 1490. It's pen and ink with wash over metal point on paper. This is like the actual painting, by the way. And it's called the Vitruvian Man. And the drawing is based on the correlations of ideal human proportions with geometry described by the ancient Roman architect Vitruvius in Book 3 of his Treatise de Architectura. Vitruvius describes the human figure as being the principal source of proportion among the classical orders of architecture. Vitruvius determined that the ideal body should be 8 heads high. Leonardo's drawing is traditionally named in honor of the architect. Okay, so that's like kind of the technical aspects of the tattoo, like from the Da Vinci painting sketch type thing. But the reason why I got it done was essentially it's like one of those like perfection and flaw type tattoos, because although it's supposed to represent like the ideal proportions of a man, there actually are like significant flaws about like the symmetry of it. There's like a foot that points sideways while the other one goes straight. And then closer studies show that he actually has a hernia, so that kind of disjuncts the symmetry of it. Is that the correct phrase? I don't know. To get into kind of like the more bare bones thing about the tattoo, it is pretty big, as you can see, and contrary to popular belief, I thought that the spine work, so like pretty much the whole like center of the body, I thought that that was probably going to be the worst, because everyone says that like the spine is the worst part about getting back tattoos, is when it crosses. However, I found that that was probably the easiest part about the tattoo, and the order that he did it in, I'm pretty sure, was he did the center of the body, then the arms, then the legs, and then the circle and the square. I want to say that was the order. And from what I've ascertained, the fact that he did each line of the circle kind of in one pass of the needle, I think that was what hurt the most. That one like stung the most. And then probably right at the top where the corners of the square are, along with like this part of the circle, that was probably the worst because it fell like right on my shoulder blades. So that was like really painful. But it took about 2 hours altogether, and for the most part, for like an hour and a half of it, I was like smooth sailing, like real smooth sailing. I was like laying down the whole time with like my head in one of those little holes, like a massage chair type thing, but it wasn't a massage. But yeah, I would say it wasn't all that painful. I'm glad I got it where I got it done, because only a little bit of it fell on my shoulder blades, so that was good, because that part was like really bad. And also, once we got towards the bottom, like the very bottom of the square and like that little dip of the circle, that really hurt too, because we were getting, my artist told me, oh, by the way, I got it done by Christopher Prokop. I'll leave his information down below. What Chris, my artist, said was the lower that you get on your back, like apparently there's more disconnect of the nerves, so, and there's also less padding of like muscle and tissue and everything like between the nerve and like the skin. So he said that if I got it done any lower, it probably would have been like really bad, because like we would have been like going like pretty much right over nerve endings as opposed to like nerves running laterally, I guess. Now to get into aftercare, what I did was I used this kit that my piercer recommended to me. I got it at Walgreens, and it was the H2 Ocean Ultimate Tattoo Starter Kit or something. I'll like insert a picture of what it looks like right here. But it contains like a foaming cleanser, like an ointment type thing and a lotion. And it comes with a little card that tells you like what you should be doing with it. But essentially it was wash it like 3 to 5 times a day with the cleanser. After you cleanse, apply this ointment for the first 2 days and then discontinue use after the first 2 days. And then there was a lotion that was after like the 3rd day onward. It was like continue to cleanse 2 to 3 times until the tattoo is healed, and then apply the lotion after each time that you cleanse, I think. Maybe I'll leave that down below too. But anyway, I want to say for the first like week, it was fine. It was a little bit stingy, and the only issue that I ever really had was like if I was like taking off a jacket or if I was putting like on a shirt or something. Because when I like went like this, like if I ever like had to like flex my back, then it was kind of like painful because I was pretty much like smushing it. But besides that, after about a week, I found that kind of subsided, and all that was happening was it was getting like really peely. So essentially, like most tattoos function like a sunburn. They'll like kind of tighten up, and like little chunks of your skin will kind of fall off. And the little chunks will, at least for me, they were like kind of like blacky gray, and that is like excess pigment lifting up with plasma, I want to say. I don't know. It's like excess ink. It didn't affect like the overall color of my tattoo. It was just like built up, I guess. It needed to like be sloughed off. And you don't want to pick these little scabs that form, because that could like lift off ink that you're not supposed to lift out, and it could leave like scarring on the tattoo, which isn't good. Like you just kind of need to let them like fall off. I found that when I like rubbed in my lotion, because you only want to apply like a thin amount, I found that when I like really like worked it into my tattoo, a bunch of the chunks would kind of fall off, and I found that that light pressure I was applying was enough to like remove all the little flaky bits. And I want to say it flaked for probably a week, and that was like I got it about a month ago, and it's completely fine right now. But I'm trying to think of what other advice I can give. Oh, in general, with back tattoos, I was looking all over the interwebs to try to find information on this, but I could not find it anywhere. To reach back tattoos, it can be a real pain in the ass. So I'm just going to try to demonstrate for you guys how I reached this tattoo. Okay, oh my goodness, I am exposing myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my shirt off really quick. And what I did was essentially I like crossed my arm over it like this to reach like the center of it and to reach the diagonal. And then I did the same thing on this side where I like ran it all the way across my body to reach the other side, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of like doing like this kind of thing, and then to reach the top of it, I just took my opposite arm and went over my shoulder, and same thing for this, and kind of like through the side of my chest to get like this part, and kind of just blindly going like this, hoping that I hit everything. Alright guys, well now that I have exposed myself ever so much on my channel, whatever. If you guys have any more questions, then feel free to leave them down below. If you have any comments about the tattoo or la-di-da-da-da-da-da, leave that down below. I'll leave as much information as I feel fit in the bottom bar. And yeah, I hope you guys have a killer day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.